that was close. Time wise. That's why a lot of people cook with gas, have gas ovens, because it's faster and slower is better. Okay, well, let's look at our asparagus. And it's cooking. It's you can hear it. I haven't touched it. I haven't moved it. Because basically what we're doing is we're steaming it. And if you want to get your grabbers out, because you want to see what I'm doing. Now, another thing I think I just mentioned is if you want, you can chop up some garlic in the olive oil and then saute the garlic in the olive oil, then add it so it flavors the asparagus. So we're going to turn this over. And I'm doing this because, you know, you want to see what's going on inside. Move it around. Or try to move it around. Of course, asparagus is very stocky and tough. So again, it's like there's a myriad ways of cooking asparagus. You can boil it, but that takes I rather not boil it. I'd rather steam it. You can get a steamer basket and steam it. This is steaming it too. It's just another method of steaming it. You can bake it, but I like to do it this way because after it's done, then you get that nice texture. And more coffee. Usually I don't drink coffee while I'm on videotaping, but today was a coffee day. And what makes coffee even better? Or intermission from asparagus. Homemade kaluba. And you can see it's down a little bit because we've been using it sparingly. I haven't used it. I don't drink it outright because I'm not a that's good. I'm not a I don't drink alcohol. Well, duh. I don't drink alcohol recreationally. If I drink alcohol, it's more of a taste. And so that's a completely different story. Now the asparagus will have a little bit, as it's cooking, it will change color, or not change color, but it will, good fresh asparagus will be bright green. I got one in here, I actually got two in here that are on the, if you, okay, just to be realistic with you, here, I'm going to line these up according to freshness. Fresh, okay, well, this way, that way, and then these should go over here. So, this is optimal, this is okay. And if you don't want this, you don't have to put it, but I'm not into wasting food, and there's nothing. They're brown on the outside a little bit, but there's nothing wrong with them. It's just it's like apples. Apples come in all sorts of different colors, and some depends where it grows. Maybe it was grown in the shade. Maybe it didn't get enough sunlight. But that's just the way it is. Now, if I was a high-end class restaurant, I'd probably have the pick of the crop, which I don't. So you do with what you got. Now, when you check these, remember, always taste them. Take one out, cut it in half. When you taste it for texture. When you cook, you gotta taste what you're cooking, because if I just randomly let this cook just like it is right now. Took it out and served it without watching it, and then took my first bite and find out it's not even cooked. Then you have to put it back in, and then maybe you put it with a sauce or something, and then, well, you can't take asparagus out of the sauce. Well, actually you could if you you take it to the sink, rinse the sauce off, and put it back in the pan, but who wants to do that? So always check the tenderness. You can use a toothpick if you want. Nutty. The crunch, does it go through cleanly? No, this is not mashed potatoes. It's kind of still has a little bit of a, see how I have to kind of really, yeah, so a little bit longer. Let's move these around. Cooking is an art form of watching, smelling, tasting, and it's another thing we gotta, when you cook food, a telltale sign to when the food is done is when you start to smell it. Like in baking or anything, when you start really smelling the food, that's when it's getting close to being done. So let's take one of these out anyway. Get all this stuff off the counter. I'm actually going to try one of these now, so to make sure they're right. Let's take this. Oh, and when you try something, always take the thickest, if they're chopped, always take the biggest piece of the bunch and always go for the chunkiest, if that makes any sense, because that's when you know, because it'll be done. So taste that. Yeah, it's done. Okay. It's not soft, it's not mushy. It's totally crunchy and yummy. So this is how you cook asparagus, and this is cooked asparagus. And there's multiple things you can do with this. You can cool this down, put it on salads. You can chop it up and then put it in the pan with eggs. So this is just the beginning of asparagus adventure. To what your imagination, or I'll make some more videos on asparagus. But this is part of our dinner tonight. And I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed watching me ramble, which I tend to do, but that's just me, and I'm not changing me because I'm having too much fun. And toodles.